Hello there, guys. It's GD again, and believe it or not, I am casting a Starcraft II match for myself. I'm playing Starcraft. I mean, I used to bash on this game a long time ago, and I guess I'm playing it now. I am the blue Protoss here at the bottom left spawn, and my opponent is the red Zerg B here at the bottom right. So I am by no means an expert at this game. In fact, I'm probably a horrible commentator at it as well, because I am still in the process of learning. I think I've just owned it for over a month now, and so I'm not really too great. I did get placed in silver thanks to the great mentoring of Xenak, who this video is dedicated to because he did help me pick up the Protoss. And you can see my opponent here going for something really peculiar. He builds a gas first. He cancels the gas. I think this is a trick or something. I'm not sure. I'm not sure people. I don't know what he's doing. He is droning up right now. So let's look at the production stab. He is building drones. He's building an overlord, and basically my strategy is to, and he is supply blocked. My strategy is to forge, fast, expand, and basically what that means is instead of sort of building your standard gateway at 12. You build the forge, you build a nexus at your natural, and you build some cannons to protect your natural to sort of get an advantage on your opponent. So there goes the gas. So pretty standard, I guess, for my opponent here. No spawning pool yet, so it doesn't look like he's playing any sort of cheese. There it goes, right there at 224. He's building it here at the back, and my probe, who I sent to scout, is in the wrong location. So you can see he is building drones and a spawning pool. I'm building my first assimilator kind of late at 15, and the reason I'm doing this is because I really don't need to build it a little bit earlier. If I can get the expansion up and get some cannons out, I should be good with some sort of wall. My thought process was I can wall off a little bit with like a gateway and some cannons, and then maybe get some zealots there on hold position to stop any sort of Zergling harassment. So there goes my probe, and he is going to be hitting the expansion, the main of my opponent at just the right time, and you can see the nexus going down and a probe, and he's droning up, and look at Queen. So yeah, I find out that he has a spawning pool. I see the gas. I know that Zerg speed is coming. He's gonna chase me away with the probe. So now I need to dedicate my resources to building cannons. So I mean, so far, so good. Things are looking good. If we look at the income tab here, you can see that we're pretty much on the exact equal place. He does have a little bit more gas than me, but that is normal because I only have one probe actually getting anything from this assimilator over here. But yeah, my opponent was actually at about the same place in the ladder as me. He was, I think, 3 spots away, and there we go, the first 2 Zerglings that he is going to try to be sending in for some harassment. But unfortunately for him, a cannon is being placed and another one is being placed. So at this stage, unless he sort of runs by them, he should be fine. And you can see he's actually sending his Zerglings around to scout. He did send an overlord here at the northwest position, not gonna find me. He's gonna send another one here. I think did get killed already, and he's sending the other one here. I think that's a miss micro. So here goes the second hatchling for my opponent. The hatchling, lol, the second hatchery. He is getting metallic boost, and he is getting a roach warren. So things are so far looking good. He is not building sort of units. He does have some Zerglings, but I should be fine at this stage. But I do realize that there's a big gap over here. Like there's a huge gap, and you can see I'm going to try to fill it up with a gateway. And there's another one that pops up. So I'm sitting at 2 gateways, a forge, and a natural expansion that went up long before my opponent's second hatchery, and I am already building a lot of drones. So I think economically I am up. Indeed, I am doing a lot better in terms of the economy than my opponent. So things are looking good for me. All I need to do is sustain some Zerg harass, which I think is imminent. He does have a roach warren, and in terms of production, you can see I'm getting some zealots up, I'm getting a second assimilator up. He's going to start roach production, and he is going for that lair. So again, not too much of an aggressive play from really any of us. I'm trying to sort of macro play, which means, if you're new to Starcraft like me, macro means basically that you try to sort of manage your economy, build probes, tech up nicely, and you don't really, harass or sort of attack. You just sort of maintain your economy and stay ahead. And you can see here I'm getting my armor upgrades, I'm getting a stalker out, anticipating some sort of attack to be coming anytime soon. And still at this stage, I really don't know. And now warp gate goes at almost 8 minutes. And this is where usually people actually push. So at this stage, if my opponent did push, I probably would have held it out if I positioned my zealots nicely. And I am building a sentry here, so I would have been okay. He does have roaches here, 4 roaches, and he is destroying the rocks here to get his 3rd expo up. So let's take a look at the units and what we have on the field so far. I've got a huge economic advantage on my opponent. I have 33 probes to his 21 drones. He has 9 zerglings, 7 roaches, and 2 queens, while I have literally 4 units. So this is really risky play for me, seeing that I didn't really scout my opponent on the second a second time. All I saw was in my opinion, a late spawning pull for any sort of early harass, and he is now getting his spire up. But as for me, I am now going to, I think, get warp gate done. Yeah, it's going to be finished in a little bit, and I am also going to be done with armor here, so my zealots are going to do much better against any sort of zergling harass that is going to be inbound. And at this stage, I knew my opponent was also going for a macro game because he wasn't pushing. Usually at the 10 minute, if he didn't push at 8, he'll push at around 10. Nothing going on, so I'm going to get the observer out, try to get some eyes at my opponent. And the first thing I do is I send him to the 3 expos, including the natural, or the three possible the 3 possible expansion locations, including the natural, because I want to see how good he is, what sort of thing he's got going on. So I spot he doesn't have anything here, and you can see now I'm getting my attack upgrades, and now more units coming in from me. And look at this, a 3rd expansion. I am going to be taking this one, and we're taking the expansions at about the same time. Now my observer sees that he's going zergling and roach, so I am going to start immortal production instantly, because immortals just shit on roaches. And I don't know why I didn't bother scouting his main. If I went for the spire, if I saw the spire, I would have been able to sort of see some sort of muta harass, those little flying things with wings. I see the 3rd expo, and now I'm going to come back here and just watch his army and see any sort of advancements. So he's building mutas, he's getting 2 more assimilators up. I am getting a Twilight Council up because I want to get that charge. Zealots are going to do well against these zerglings anyway, but with the charge they'll do even better against these roaches. More immortals, still building probes, and now let's take at the units tab, and you can see I still have a huge economy advantage over my opponent. About 10, 11, 12, 13 more probes than my opponent, and he doesn't really have many more units. I mean, yeah, sure, he has these 7 roaches and 15 zerglings, but I mean, my army would easily be able to take care of that. So let's see what's going to happen here. I'm going to start pushing in because I'm sort of confident that this army here can easily take his composition. So I'm going to move in, and you can see I'm not doing a great job of keeping the zealots here at the front. So he's going to move in now with his zerglings. He's going to start hitting the front line, and now my zealots are going to start hitting things. If you look at the productions tab, you can see he's getting fly attack upgrades for his mutalisks, who actually went over here in my base, and I totally missed it. And he tried to do some harassment, but I pulled my probes away, and now he's forced to come back here to protect his expo. Will it go down? Yes! It goes down. So now I am leading in terms of the bases. He's building more roaches, more mutas, trying to sort of salvage this base, but I have a lot of zealots here. They're going to come in and surround all the roaches. The Muta is still alive. I'm going to pop a Guardian Shield up, get rid of these land units, and at the same time, I am reinforcing now, going to go strictly Stalker and Immortal base, just because the Stalker is going to do so well against the Mutas and these Immortals. Look how long that Immortal lasted. We're going to be doing great against the Mutas, and here I'm sort of trying to micro my Zealots around to sort of spread them around and do a better job. And my Observer still sitting here, still spawning at my enemy. And now look, I already have a lot of Stalkers in here, and he is going to get Flying upgrade. Will he get it before he attacks? No, he won't. And now Charge goes down, because I'm thinking about the next push and what I'm going to do. And now I have 3 bases up, some Photon Cannons here protecting my base. And my opponent doesn't really have much at this stage. If we look at the Units tab, he has nothing pretty much at this stage. So I'm just amassing my troops, and I'm just going to go for the push. As you might figure out from the timer, this push is probably going to end the game, and you can see a lot of Stalkers and Immortals, you know, I'm just trying to play my opponent. I saw he had a lot of Zerglings at first, but then he played with Mutas, and now he's building Roaches. So, I mean, Stalkers are not good against anything really, but they're sort of okay against everything else. So now with an Immortal and some Stalkers and an Observer here, and maybe some Zealots to support, I'm just gonna take him out. And there's the GG from my opponent B. Anyway, good game to my opponent. I hope you guys enjoyed the first StarCraft II commentary. Again, I don't have much knowledge in terms of the game just yet. I mean, I know the basics. I know some sort of cool little tricks that I can, you know, pull out. But, you know, this is generally a good fight. No cheese. Early expanded really nicely and kept my economy up. And you can see I'm sort of floating a lot of minerals at this stage. I could have probably jumped up here maybe, or maybe somewhere in the corner or something, tried to be sneaky and grabbed another expansion. But, you know, after that first push, I didn't really need to do it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want more StarCraft, let me know in the comments. And thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.